Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds carved out a precious pocket of tranquility on a crisp Wednesday evening, their rare date night a deliberate detour from the maelstrom of Blake's escalating $161 million courtroom confrontation with Justin Baldoni. The 38-year-old actress, whose poise has long been her hallmark, set aside the barbs of recent accusations, including claims of her improvising an unsolicited kiss during the filming of It Ends With Us, to embrace an interlude of unadulterated intimacy. In a series of Instagram vignettes that radiated romance, Blake chronicled her pre-evening ritual with meticulous charm, fingers deftly wielding a blow dryer to tame tousled waves, curling iron coaxing cascades of bounce, and a final spritz of hairspray sealing the sultry sophistication. Transitioning into a plush velvet dress that draped like midnight's murmur, she emerged transformed, a vision of vintage allure. Culminating in a selfie snuggled against Ryan's familiar frame, her caption quipped with wry affection, "Putting my night-out hair to good use." The image, suffused with shared smirks, hinted at a child-free escape, their quartet of treasures, James at 9, Inez at 7, Betty at 4 and little Olin at 1, tucked away for parents' playtime. This outing arrives as a buoyant backlash to Baldoni's recent legal salvo, where he appended a contentious deleted scene to his motion for summary judgment, purporting to expose Blake's hypocrisy in intimacy's improvisation. The footage, a taut minute from a May 2023 hospital hallway sequence, depicts Blake's Lily striding purposefully toward Baldoni's Ryle, clasping his arms in a grip of feigned familiarity, bestowing a swift kiss, then sauntering away with a sly smile that lingers like smoke. Baldoni's barristers assert this peck was pure ad-lib, absent from the screenplay's spine, and that Blake not only greenlit it but orchestrated its repetition across takes, her directorial dabbling a counter to her harassment harangues. The kiss was not in the script, and Lively not only approved it but oversaw the scene and added it to every take, the filing fulminates, framing the clip as a cornerstone contradicting her narrative of set-side unease. Court chronicles, unearthed and unsparing, detail the discord's deepening. Blake's November 3 missive to the bench demanded sanctions against producer Jamie Heath for flouting a September 2 deadline to furnish pivotal proofs, including a distressing video of Heath's nude wife in labor that he screened for Blake sans preamble or permission, without warning or consent. This breach, she contends, exemplifies the environment's erosions, where boundaries blurred into breaches. Her December 2024 indictment accuses Baldoni of sexual harassment, retaliatory ruses, and emotional evisceration, allegations he parries with vehement denial, countering with a defamation dossier targeting Blake, Ryan, and the New York Times in January. Though a judge jettisoned that suit in June, the feud festers, flames fanned by this fresh footage. Blake's post-strike return to the It Ends With Us set in January 2024 came clad in caveats, a checklist curtailing caprices, chief among them, no more improvising of kissing. Baldoni's unearthed excerpt, however, hurls a historical harpoon, suggesting her edict echoed earlier elasticities. The legal labyrinthine, with Blake's squad scorning the submission as sleight of hand, a diversion from deeper delinquencies. Mere weeks prior, a New York jurist dealt her a jurisdictional jolt, dismissing claims against social media strategist Jed Wallace, Baldoni's alleged online orchestrator, for insufficient Empire State entanglements. Wallace, ensconced in Austin's tech thickets, was painted as puppet master of a digital army deploying smears across platforms, tarnishing Blake's tapestry during the film's fanfare. Judge Louis J. Lyman, after affording amendment, adjudged the ties too tenuous for Manhattan's marble halls, though greenlighting Texas pursuits. The court ruled that Ms. Lively's claims can and should be brought in a different court, her spokesperson clarified. Ms. Lively is evaluating her many options for doing so, and looks forward to trial on all of her claims against Baldoni, Heath, Nathan and the rest of the Wayfarer defendants in March in New York. This venue victory for Wallace pales against broader battles, where Blake's filings finger furtive tech tactics, signals ephemeral chats, auto-erasing memos, software shrouds, concealing a smear symphony. Defendants have hit the ball at every turn in the discovery process, either failing to produce documents, or improperly cloaking them in the attorney-client privilege, her lawyers lambast, tallying 12 discovery duels. A JonesWorks LLC affiliate, once Baldoni's bedfellow, corroborates in concurrent confessions per reviewed records. The cabal, Baldoni, Wayfarer Studios allies, PR paragons Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel, allegedly engineered reputational ruin via digital dark arts, foreseeing litigations loom and laundering liabilities accordingly. Baldoni and his team worked in concert to try to destroy Lively's reputation with the use of multiple digital resources, The petition posits, painting a portrait of premeditated malice. It ends with Us, Baldoni's directorial debut, defied doomsayers upon its 2024 debut, amassing $148 million domestically and $350 million globally, a box office behemoth born from Colleen Hoover's 2016 novel. The tale traces Lily Bloom's labyrinthine love with neurosurgeon Ryle Kincaid, a liaison laced with echoes of her parents' poisonous pas de deux. Blake's Lily blossoms from trauma's thorns into tentative triumphs, her arc a anthem to agency amid abuse's allure. Co-stars Jenny Slate, Hassan Minhaj, Brandon Sklenar, and Kevin McKidd enriched the ensemble, their chemistry crackling against the film's fraught fault lines. Yet, Triumph's afterglow has soured into schism, the stars spat eclipsing the screen's successes.